Good afternoon. Hi YouTubers. It's Nicole Henry again. We're yet with another video. And this video I want to talk about the cost of ignorance. Okay? And I've decided to make this video because the cost of ignorance, you cannot afford it. Okay? And here's why. The Father said in scriptures that my people perish because of the lack of knowledge, right? So the lack of knowledge is why people are perishing, because they don't know, and they're not making the effort to learn. Sorry guys, the most important thing that they need to be learning, which is about themselves. Okay? And not only that, the Father said the lack of knowledge is why you perish. And he said, because you have decided to abandon knowledge, he said, I must also abandon you. And not only you, but your children. You can't afford it, guys. You can't afford to be ignorant in this world. You can't afford to be ignorant about who you are. You can't afford to be ignorant about God himself. You can't afford to be ignorant about your mind. Guys, I want you to come back and watch my videos so we can learn about ourselves. Because this self is a knowledge about all of us. What I'm talking about applies to every single one of us who is born of a woman in this world. Okay? This knowledge is applicable to each and every one of us, guys. And I want to share them with you. I have told you how to start. The first order of business is to know the kingdom. Before you do anything else, try and find out what that kingdom is in you. Because the greatest mastermind in the world, okay, Jesus of scripture, and Jesus means salvation, guys. That's what it means. That's the word meaning of that name. Every name in the Bible has a meaning. Jesus means to save, salvation. So anything, any situation that you're in and you get saved from it, that's Jesus. Okay, he's the mind of man. And within that mind, there's faculties that he used to achieve things. Words. And I've told you what they are. I'm going to recap them again. And guys, I know it's repetitive, but this repetition is good for our subconscious mind to make the imprint so we can get the experience in our physical world. So we can become conscious of bringing about these experiences, okay? Let me tell you about them again. And they are based on the 12 months, okay? So whichever month you're born, there's a word in spirit that is relatable to you. Okay, January, faith, okay? February, love. March, strength. April, wisdom. May, power. June, imagination. July, understanding. August, willpower. September, order. October, zeal. November, elimination. And December is life. Guys, it's very important for us to know these faculty as it relates to her mind and her conscious way of thinking to bring about our desired result in her life. The lack of knowledge, the Father said, is what making us perish, because we have abandoned knowledge. And like I stated in my other videos, that knowledge is one of the spirits of the mind. Okay? It's 7 of them, and I've gone into another video and tell you what the 7s are. I can tell you again, because it's a repetition that's going to make the impression in us, and I want that so we can evolve, so we can start enjoying life, so we can start enjoying our freedom, the true freedom. And he said, you shall know the truth. When you know the truth, that's what's going to make you free. Okay, so knowing these truths is what's going to eventually save you and free you from the mental bondages that you were in. And I decided to do this channel to share these things that I've learned with you, that we need to put ourselves in a position to receive these things from our spirit. We are the receiver, he's the giver. Okay? And I just want to share this with you guys. Let's get to know God. Let's get this knowledge so we can impart it to our children, so he doesn't abandon us, because he said, because you have abandoned knowledge, I too must abandon you and your children. We can't afford that. That is too expensive. That's too costly. Okay? So I just want to share that with you guys. Let me just quickly tell you what those 7 spirits are. Okay? And so you can see why it's necessary for you to become conscious of them. Okay? The first spirit is the Lord himself. So you know it starts with your mind. Right? The Lord is the mind. Jesus is the mind of God. And Jesus in us is that mind. And it's called the Christ mind, which is the creative power and wisdom of God in us. So when he said that I in you and you in me, that means, sorry guys, that means that the mind in the Jesus being the mind of God is also the mind in us. That Jesus in us is that same mind. There's no difference, there's no variation. Okay? And the Spirit has given that mind endless abilities. There's no measure when it comes to that mind. He has given dominion to that mind over all things. Okay, the 7 spirits that surround that mind. Okay, the first one is the mind itself, the Lord himself. So I start with your mind, which is the Lord. Okay, around that mind is the spirit of knowledge. You see why it's so important for us to know, guys? Because the Father said that the lacking of this type of knowledge is what making us perish. We don't know our true powers. We need to learn our true powers so we can use them and do amazing things. Okay, he said these are what's gonna make that light pops inside of you, where others can see the Father in us. The first one is a spirit of knowledge. The second one is a spirit of understanding. When you get in knowledge about anything, seek the understanding, seek the meaning of it. What does it mean? Don't stop just by just knowing the information. Don't stop there. Get the understanding of it. What does it mean? Get the meaning of it. The third one is a fear. When you know this knowledge, then you have a responsibility to use it wisely, because the wrong application of it, there's consequences, right? So the fear of the Lord is next. Okay, and then wisdom, good judgment. You're gonna apply good judgment. Wisdom gives you that. Okay, intuitive knowledge, intuitive knowing, that comes with the spirit of wisdom. The Father gives you information privately. That's why he has made himself, he has personalized himself in all of us. You see why you're so important? You are part of the Father. You make up the whole. Without you, the whole is incomplete. That is how important we are to the Spirit. That is how important we are to each other. We make up a part of the whole. Okay? The next one is counsel. Come, whatever the idea is, come to him, reason with him, ask him questions about it. How can I do this? How can get counseling from the Spirit? He knows all things. He knows everything. The thoughts of man. He knows it all. The hearts of man. There's nothing hidden from your spirit. So he is a spirit of counsel. He's here to counsel you in whatever issues, whatever ideas, whatever it is you want to bring forth. He's your counselor. Isn't it amazing, guys? Right? And he said with the counseling, no, you're endowed with might. Might is power. You have the ability to go out and do it. Oh my God, the Spirit in us, guys, is amazing. He's amazing. And Jesus called him the Father. He said, God is a spirit. Okay? And the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of understanding, the spirit of the fear of him, the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of counsel, the spirit of might, the spirit of the Lord himself. This all surround this beautiful mind in us. And guys, we have to come into this knowledge so the Father don't abandon us. Not only us, our children too. Because the lack of that knowledge is, if you don't know anything, obviously your children not going to know anything, because your duty is to impart those wisdom to your child, to your children. And he said, my people perish because of the lack of knowledge. And he said, because they have rejected knowledge, I too, the Lord, have to reject them. And not only you guys, your children. We can't afford it. The lack of ignorance is too costly. We have to give up time to learn about ourselves, so we can come into true freedom, to true power, to true love, to true peace, to true kindness, to true gentleness. That's going to give us self-control, that we have the ability to give ourselves all that is good and only what is good, and abandon all the things that don't serve us anymore. So I just want to share that with you guys. It came up on my spirit and I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to share how important it is to seek knowledge. The right knowledge, the knowledge that would uplift, transform, and free you. You don't want to be attached to the consciousness of the world. There's no life in it. The life comes through wisdom. So wisdom says, when you found me, you have found life. If you hate me, he said you love death. So if you want life, you have to come into these wisdom. And I'm not talking about life of the body. I'm talking about eternal life, where you live forever. Your mind and spirit lives on forever. Because this is a world of death. This is a world of suffering. We all see it every single day. We in the experience already, but we don't have to succumb to the experience. We're endowed with these knowledge and wisdom and truth to rise above it. And guys, I just want to show you the importance of rising above ignorance, of educating yourself about what is real, what is true, not only of yourselves, but of each other. Your relationship would be better, because you know that that person to your right and to your left also have the pearls of God within them. They're part of the puzzle. They're piece of the wholeness. The world will be incomplete without you. It will be it's incomplete without me, because I have a piece of the Father. You have a piece of the Father. He has put a piece of himself in all of us. So I just want to share that with you guys, that let's not stay ignorant. Let's come into this awesome truth about ourselves, about our Maker, about our Father, our Redeemer, our minds, and let's put them in action. Let's test them, because he said that too. He said, test me, prove me, try me, and see if what I've said to you is not the truth. The only way you're going to know this thing is for real and it's truth, test it. Put it to the test. He said, do you not realize that Jesus the Christ is in you unless you fail the test? That's what he said. Because that mind is in you, and you have to test it based on his principles, based on his law, based on his precepts, based on his concepts, based on his commandments. Do them. That's why I made a video on how to mayat. Because when you come into the truth, you're going to have to affirm them and answer to that mind. I said, Father, I love you with all my heart. Father, I love you with all my soul, with all my strength. And I love my neighbor as myself, because I know the neighbor is part of the whole. The neighbor have a message for me. The Father don't put all of himself in one person. He has put a piece of himself in everyone, to know that all of us is carrying a piece of God. He said, how long would you cause my glory to go to shame? What that means is that how long is before you become into the awareness that I am inside of you, and to bring me out and share me with others. Guys, ignorance is too costly, it's too expensive, and let's journey into this, our freedom together, this truth together, this wisdom together, so the Father can bless our children and our children's children. Then when you depart from this world, you depart with dignity and respect and honor and glory. He said the kingdom is his. You have to recognize that too. He said the kingdom is his, the power is his, and his glory is with forever. But he has imparted, he has given it to you for you to feel. That feeling nature, that's how you know. The feeling come upon you, and you know for sure that these things are so. Acknowledging that they belong to the Father. You know, but the Father has given them to you. So guys, I'm just telling you, we cannot afford to stay ignorant. We have to embrace knowledge. We have to get into the spirit that I want to learn about the kingdom in me. I want to learn about the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God. I want to know how to use it and apply it in my life. I want to know how to share it with others and how to solve my world issues. These crazy things in my mind, I want him to fall away. You know? So guys, I just want to know we cannot afford to stay ignorant, okay? Because we do not want the Father to reject us and our children. And he said, because you have rejected knowledge, I too must reject you and your children. We can't afford that. Okay, so keep coming. Okay, let's learn this together. If you have new insights, stuff that I can learn from you, put that in the comments. Teach me too. I don't know it all, but I'm just sharing what I've learned with you. You know? Let's each one teach one, right? Like I said, the Father's put himself in you with your own message to the world. I want to hear. I want to expand. So share your comments with me. Share what you've learned about him. You know, let's get to know these mental faculties and put them in action. Call them. That's what he did. He called them when he need them. When he's going anywhere, he called love. He called wisdom. He called power. You see the different times that he called them and how he calls them when he needs them. That you're supposed to be like that. And greater things he said you shall do. Okay? So let's call them as we need them. Because they were given to us to serve us. They are our disciples, our disciplines, our faculties of the mind. And faculties is your power. They are the powers of your mind, sent to aid you in the suffering. Because we cause this on ourselves. We rejected God. We rejected receiving from God because we too wanted to be a giver. But we weren't created to give. We were created to receive. And that rejection landed us here. And now we're in a predicament and said, oh no, we can't do this without God. We need His knowledge. Just like someone who makes a product. You have to go to the manufacturer to get the information on the product. God made us. You can't go to your brothers to know about you. We have to go to the maker of ourselves to get the right information about who we are. He's a manufacturer of us. He's the one who made us. And He made us for His own pleasure. He said, I have plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in a future. So guys, ignorance is too expensive and we're canceling that. Knowledge, come forth. We're seeking you with all of our heart. And not only we're seeking you, we're coming for the understanding too. And that's what it means. Water in the Bible it's understanding. And the wine, the blood, is wisdom. Okay? Those are the symbols. So when He said He turned water into wine, He turns your understanding into knowingness, intuitive knowing. Guys, we need that. We need that. Turning your understanding into intuitive knowledge, that's the key. And only the great mind can do that. The great mastermind in you can do that. That's what He did. He turned water into wine. He turned your knowledge into understanding and into wisdom. So guys, we're canceling ignorance and we are deploying knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. The great delights of the Lord. Okay? That's our goal. So come back for more video. I have so much to share. Okay? I have so much to tell you. And thanks guys for watching, man. I hope you're enjoying these videos. And like I said, drop comments, let me know Give me them pearls of wisdom. You know, let me collect them too. So when I go to the Father, I don't have my only one talent. I have 10. You know what I'm saying? Because I've collected from you guys. Okay, that was a pearl that was in so and so. I've collected that you've revealed to that person. Share your knowledge, guys, so we can learn and grow and expand, and bring glory to our Father. He said, if I have a son, where is my honor? Where is my glory? It's time, okay? And we are seeking knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, so the Father can not depart from us, but also bless us, and not only us, but also our children. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic evening. Bye-bye.